All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are unpacking a really fantastic case study in global business, Taco Bell's wild ride in China. Seriously, it's a journey that kicks off with a massive, epic fail and somehow turns into a masterclass on how to win by playing a completely different game. So you have to ask yourself this question, because, Taco Bell's first try in China, it wasn't just a small mistake. It was a huge, expensive, cautionary tale. And frankly, it's something any brand thinking about going global needs to pay very close attention to. Okay, so let's set the stage. Picture this. It's 2003. Taco Bell is an absolute giant in America, and they've got their sights set on conquering the enormous Chinese market. They show up with these huge ambitions, but the strategy they picked, well, let's just say it was completely out of touch with reality. And as you can see from this timeline, that dream fell apart fast. They launched this thing called Taco Bell Grande in 2003, trying to be an upscale restaurant. By 2005, the places were empty. The cultural mismatch was obvious. And just 5 years in, by 2008, every single store was shut down. They just quietly packed up and left. So what on earth went so wrong? I mean, this wasn't just some bad luck. It was a whole chain of really critical miscalculations. Let's really dig into the anatomy of this failure, because it's pretty much a perfect playbook of what not to do. So here's the biggest problem right out of the gate, a total misunderstanding of the local culture. Taco Bell launched this premium, sit-down, full-table service restaurant, but the fast food scene in China, especially back then, was all about being quick, convenient, and cheap. They were basically selling a slow, formal dinner to a market that just wanted to grab a quick bite and go.
And this slide just lays out the train wreck perfectly. The flavor? Way too foreign. I mean, 70% of people said they'd rather just have rice or noodles. Brand buzz? They had zero, especially compared to their sister brand KFC, which was already a household name. Operationally, it was a nightmare. Super expensive to get the right ingredients. And the timing? Oh, it was awful. They launched just before the 2008 financial crisis hit. It was a perfect storm of bad decisions.
But wait, the story doesn't end there. 8 years later, in 2016, Taco Bell came back, and this time they had a completely different plan. It was smarter, it was savvier, and it was built on learning from every single one of those early mistakes. So what was the single biggest change they made? This right here. They didn't go it alone. They partnered with Yum China, an absolute local powerhouse that already ran thousands of KFCs and Pizza Huts. This partnership, you guys, was the key that unlocked everything for them. With that local know-how, they completely reinvented the menu. They weren't just copy-pasting the American menu anymore. Nope. They brought in things like shrimp and avocado burritos, grilled ribeye, stuff that appealed to local taste for seafood, spice, and healthier, less fried food. They basically turned exotic from a problem into an exciting new fusion experience. And it wasn't just the food. They changed the entire vibe. The new Taco Bell became this California cool hangout spot. We're talking surfboards on the walls, graffiti art, and a legit bar, serving beer and mojitos. It wasn't just a place to eat anymore. It was a trendy, selfie-ready spot for young people in the city to come and hang out. And this is where that Yum China partnership really paid off. Look at this. They tapped into Yum's massive digital system, and boom, over half of all their orders were coming in through digital channels. They instantly plugged into China's mobile-first Gen Z culture through apps and delivery. Just incredible. So, with this brilliant new strategy, did Taco Bell finally become the next KFC, with thousands of stores all over China? Well, no. And that right there is actually the most important lesson of this whole story. They found a totally different kind of success, as a super profitable, targeted niche player. I mean, this chart just puts it all into perspective, doesn't it? Inside the Yum China family, Taco Bell's 100 or so stores are just a drop in the bucket compared to Pizza Hut's 3,600 or KFC's insane 10,000 stores. See? They're not even trying to be a mass-market giant. They are playing a different, much more focused game. And why is that? Well, because some of those basic challenges are still there. Tacos are still not an everyday meal for most people in China. And with 68% of Gen Z saying they prefer lighter meals, tacos still face an uphill battle. So Taco Bell made a smart choice. They accepted their role and decided to stop chasing everyone and instead just focus on serving their specific audience of young, urban trendsetters incredibly well. So what can we all learn from this? How does this apply to you?
Well, we can actually take Taco Bell's entire journey, the epic failure and the smart comeback, and turn it into a practical roadmap for any brand that's looking to go global right now.
It really boils down to these 3 pillars. Number 1, partner up. Find a local expert to cut your risk. Number 2, focus. Stop trying to be everything to everyone. Use digital tools to find your profitable niche and own it. And number 3, innovate. Treat your first few locations like a lab. Test, learn, and create with your customers before you even think about scaling up.
And here's how you know if it's working. Look at your metrics. Are at least half your orders coming in digitally? That's how you capture that valuable Gen Z audience. Are your special localized dishes driving most of your sales? That proves you feel local, not foreign. And are you growing smartly, building up a solid base in 1 or 2 key cities first? These are the numbers that really define success today.
So, we'll end on this thought right here. The Taco Bell story really forces us to ask a new question about what success even means. In today's crowded global market, maybe the grand prize isn't total world domination. Maybe it's about finding your perfect, profitable corner of the world and absolutely owning it. What do you think?